Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter verified? Should we be paying for this stuff or what?
If you want my opinion, I'm going to say yes wherever you are spending time. If you're not spending time somewhere, then don't bother. The blue
Okay.
check mark is, but so here's the deal. The blue check mark has lost all of its luster, and I would even argue it
Really?
never had a whole hell of a lot of luster because you and I both know that the the purpose of the original blue check mark was basically for famous people to verify and validate who they were. If you weren't famous, you essentially had to either apply for it, which very few got through, or
Mhm.
pay for it. And you and I both know that there's a lot of people out there that just paid for it.
I mean, yeah, we saw it. So it was interesting. It was interesting to see that. On that note, though, the verification only available in New Zealand and the United States. And people have asked us, like, what does it include? So I thought I'd just showcase the Facebook page itself, introducing Meta Verified. Here it is. And I know, Jeff, you can't see my page, but I'm showing where people would go. It's about.meta.com, and we'll put up the link here so you can have it. But you can get verified. Here's what it includes: verification. It says help your community know it's the real you with a verified badge, because as you grow on social, people make fake accounts and then they try to rip off your friends or your fans, or if you have a large following, your following, for different things, for credit, from credit cards, or gift cards, or even Bitcoin, right? Proactive account protection, get protection from impersonation, which is what we're talking about. That also helps because they actually help you with it. Direct account support, which is my favorite, hands down. And then exclusive features. I don't know that I've seen the exclusive features, Jeff, but here, according to what it says, is get exclusive stickers on Facebook and Instagram stories and Facebook Reels, and 100 stars a month on Facebook so you can show your support to other creators. I haven't seen that, but that's probably there. I haven't been actively looking. With that, though, what are your first thoughts from hearing what they have to offer? Anything else you think they should add? Is it worth it now that I'm reading it to you, or what?
Well, I think the one thing that was left out and that we don't know about, actually, they pulled it back, was they said it was going to come with increased reach, and then they changed their mind. I believe that is going to be a part of this in the grand scheme of things.
Hmm.
I firmly believe they will reward the users and the creators that pay them money, that feed their
Yeah,
wallets. I
I
mean,
agree.
and it's like we were just talking about on a previous episode. If you paid more money to come to SocialCon, you're a VIP. You got more stuff. You got more access, right? It's the way the world works. It's simple
Jeff,
commerce.
would you pay 59 $59 for more reach for like a different color check mark?
Yeah,
I would too. Not, I
yeah.
wouldn't even think about it. Here's the thing
Well,
though. Go ahead.
good. No, you go first.
All right. Remember when Elon Musk came up with the whole idea of, hey, pay to get a blue check mark to make sure that you're real? And we know that Facebook is amazing at copying other things that seem to be successful. And so when everyone was laughing at Elon, Facebook was actually paying attention and saying, wow, I think we found a solution to all of the revenue that we just lost with marketers going to TikTok. And it's true. I mean, look, also, Jeff, I don't know that you knew this because I just saw this for the first time earlier today. But check out what Twitter's doing. Twitter Blue, which is the one that I've got. I don't know if you're paying for it. I'm paying for it. Costs $8 per month and is designed for individuals through brands can also sign up for programs at least on this stage. Now check this out: verification for organizations, which I've already seen. Gold checkmark. It's aimed at bigger brands to ensure brand recognition and reputation for the app. And then look at the bottom one: verification for government, gray check mark, only available to government affiliated accounts. Interesting. I thought that was an interesting take. Do you think, and I don't know if you knew this or not, but now that you've seen it, do you think this is something that Facebook now takes and expands on? and saying, hey, blue check mark for everyone that's paying. But if you're going back to where they were before, if you're a celebrity, right? Maybe you want a gold check mark. Maybe you want a purple check mark. Maybe you want to color the check mark whatever you want, but we're going to charge you double. I don't know. It's just that this is such a great idea on bringing in revenue. I think there's a lot to it.
I think they should just do an increased cost for more. For more oh, actually, I'm not gonna. I don't want to say this too out loud, but I think they should do more increased cost for more reach. It's no different than basically paying to boost, and that's kind of why you do it. I again, that's what part of the reason why I'm doing it. I will go back to your first question, and that is, do I think this is worth it? And
Mm-hmm.
my first answer was depends on the platform, how much time you spend on it, but it also depends on how serious you take creation. If
Mm,
you're a passive social media user, you're mainly a consumer, then no, you don't need this. It means nothing. But if you're somebody who's using social, if you're in our circle, you're clearly trying to use social for more than being a consumer. And so then for those people, I'd say yes. I think if maybe it'll create increased accountability for yourself too. You know, like if you're not a consistent creator and you want to become a consistent creator, well, now if you see a charge on your credit card every month, maybe that'll be the kick in the ass you needed to start posting more often.
dude, I love where your brain is because now, and look, I don't always agree with what Elon Musk says, but check this out. I think this is pretty harsh, but pretty awesome at the same time. Ready?
Yeah,
I'm
go
going to
on.
read it to you because you can't see it. So it says, as noted, this is a new article too. As noted, as of this weekend, Twitter's going to start removing legacy blue check marks in the app. So if you or your business has a blue tick and you want to keep it, you'll have to pay $8. That's sick. Wait, it's not over. Check this out. The immediate impact will be that for the next week, the only check marks left in the app will belong to paying subscriber accounts. But in 2 weeks, this is the best part, the expanded shift will see only tweets from accounts with a check mark appearing in your For You feed recommendation.
Mm,
That's that's harsh and awesome because I'm paying $8. Who cares?
wow.
Now that's the stuff I'm waiting for Facebook. Like, look, pay us and we'll show it to everybody.
Yeah, yeah. I like that.
I like it too.
I like it.
YouTube, though, on the other hand, YouTube, you need 100,000 subscribers or followers to be able to get the check mark. They're on a whole different level, though, right?
I like that too. I think that's probably the way it should be.
I agree with you there. Like, if you earned it, if you have followers, then you should get a check mark, right? And we'll protect your check mark because you do have a voice. There's a lot of ways we can go here, but we know that at the end, these companies want to make money. And this is one way that they're shifting to make more money on, man. But look, the other piece to this is that I don't like what's happening with TikTok, whether you like TikTok or not, whether you agree that it's safe or not. I just don't agree with how it's being handled, where where the government is telling us what app we can or can't use. It's very reminiscent to me of the government telling me what book I can or can't read or even buy. So, what do you think of that, man?
Well, I mean, I shared a remix this morning from a video from an interview, and Tulsi Gabbard,
I'm trying to find it
former
right now so we can
I'll
show it.
send it to you. It's former Hawaii Congresswoman. I will. Here's the deal.
I got
send it
it.
to you on. You got it. Okay, perfect.
I got it. I'm going to bring it up.
And they're talking about this Restrict Act. So if you're not paying attention, or you're living in that world where all you see is anti TikTok sentiment, and you've heard Tristan and I make our own speculation over the last couple of years, it's a lot of what we've been saying is coming to fruition. Like a lot of what we believed was true. And actually the crazier part is, and this one really drives it home today, is that this is not about, Meta trying to suppress TikTok. This is now about the government, and it's, to me, it's massively hypocritical what we're learning, that they're trying to this Restrict Act. When you look deep into it, it's funny, Tristan. I don't know if you've noticed this, but Joe Rogan shared this. Some people that have had an anti TikTok sentiment are sharing this. And
Okay.
if you really look at it, it's those are the people that were saying get rid of TikTok because it's scary. Then when you actually look at the Restrict Act, it's like everything that you said, the reason why TikTok is scary is exactly what our government is trying to do. And
Hmm.
you know, a la China, right? It just seems like they're trying to ultimately control what we can or cannot do. And whew, I'll tell you what, that's scary.
Yeah, man. It's crazy that social media is here, right? Like this is the way we communicate and share ideas, and now we're to the point where governments are fighting over this and saying, "Hey, you actually can't use that because we don't want you to because we think it might be a threat, whether it is or not." The fact that they're telling us what we can or can't use is interesting to me. But this is great, man. I love how social media pushes, and tech in general pushes the boundaries. So we have to rethink our laws and rethink how we function with each other. So I also showed your video. I didn't turn up the volume, but for those of you watching or hearing this, go to Jeff's account on Instagram. You can take a look at it. He's pointing up at a news, not an article, a news video from, is it CNN or Fox? Is it? It's Fox.
It
So
looked like Fox. Yeah, and set that aside because this is not me. This actually somebody, one of my followers shared this with me.
this is so
Um,
good.
I don't choose a side or follow a certain news source, but yeah, it's well, and I don't know if you watch too at the end, they mention a certain politician who even signed off on the bill without even fully understanding or knowing what they were signing off on.
I mean, is it a surprise after what happened with Congress? Actually, every time
Be-
any
no,
tech company goes to Congress, we're we're really like, are these people really leading us? They don't fully understand the internet and they don't fully understand social media or technology. And these people are the ones that are making laws to expand on this or take away rights when they don't understand. That's the crazy part to me, man.
well, they are using these platforms, the mediums that they condemn to brainwash us. How fucking hypocritical is that? How backwards is that?
Yeah.
You know, and they're playing stupid. And
Yeah.
the funny thing is, and this politician, I can't remember the person's name, but they signed off on this. I'll tell you why they signed off on it, because they probably thought it was to ban TikTok, but they didn't actually dig into it and read about it and realize what this was actually all about. Politicians are crooked and brilliant all in the same right, and you know, hey, everybody bitches about politicians because they control what goes on in this world. Well, become a politician then and get the control.
Dude, that's so true. I'm trying to, once I'm done here, I'll share the link. I'll go back to where we're playing it live and I'll share Jeff's video and then I'll also share where to get verified if you want to get verified. Jeff, it's always interesting where social media goes, man. Very cool.
Indeed, indeed.
All right, everybody, that's
Until
all we got.